Forgive me for the video quality. I'm not really trying to look all pretty and shit. I just want to get this message out. I still hear a lot of black people complaining about white people and how they did us wrong, how they enslaved us, and how they still keeping us down, how they're simultaneously doing shit, legally to make sure we can't get ahead and all this other bullshit. And I'm listening to this stuff and I'm like, I can't believe you motherfuckers are still on this same bullshit. Like, it feels like you need this crutch to get through life. Like, you need to have someone to blame for your failure, someone to blame for why you can't get ahead. That's what it seems like to me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just spitballing here, but that is not really what's happening. You see, the reason why you're still in the funk and the shitty areas that you are and you can't get ahead is because you are running by a creed or a set of rules or, some type of cultural thing that black people are doing that's just not making it happen. It's not working. Okay? It's almost like, I got this from a YouTuber that I follow, I forget his name, but he came up with a great analogy how it was these two kids and it was a soundproof wall, a glass soundproof wall. You can see through but you can't hear what's going on. And both these kids was trying to build this tower. Well, one kid didn't have any instruction, whereas the other kid had instruction. So what the other kid was doing with the instruction, he was following what was being told for him to do, pretty much a blueprint of how to build this tower. And the other kid on the other side was trying to mimic what he was doing. And what he was doing looked like it was the right thing to do. But his tower kept toppling over and falling. Whereas the other kid kept being able to build it higher and higher and higher. The reason why we are not making it work is because we are trying to mimic white people without getting the instruction. That's our biggest problem. Our culture is fucked up. Okay? But what we are doing is we're blaming white people for their successes because they say, oh, well, they got there off of the backs of black people. Okay. Let's say I heed to that point and I say, you're right. This nation wouldn't have been as great as it was, or it is, without the backs of slaves. But how the fuck do you think you got free? It wasn't Harriet Tubman that got you free. It was the Underground Railroad, which was made up of a multitude of families who were white nonetheless, who allowed your black ancestors to hide in their basement. Without them, you would have never got to the North. These are white people who understood the value of humanity. They didn't see you as a slave or beneath human. They looked at you as a human being. And they put their lives on the line, their freaking family at risk to help you get to the North side. That's how you became free. Harriet Tubman was just a messenger. She didn't have no fucking houses to hold you up in during the day while they was hunting your ass down with greyhounds and shit like that. She didn't have that. All she did was backtrack and get more people to go forth. That's what she did. And she said she would have freed a lot more if they knew that they were slaves. So most of you motherfuckers, well, most of our ancestors chose to stay in that position, in that predicament. Culturally, they decided they wanted to be slaves. 'Cause even when Lincoln passed the law that we're not slaves anymore, most slaves stayed on the plantation. They chose to, because they would prefer to be there with their master and stay with what they know. Now, if you don't want to believe all that, and you don't want to see the fact that white people bled for you, they bled for you to be free. They fought for you to be free. And they put their children and their wives in risk, at harm, to get you free. If you can't even look at that, at least look at the fact that the reason why your ass have the right to vote is because a white man gave you the right to vote. A white man did this. It wasn't no damn Negro standing on top of a hill with a fucking Uzi saying, I'm gonna blow all you motherfuckers Kingdom Come unless you give me my right to vote. No, some white man said, okay, let's give him the right to vote. Now, you can argue that it was malicious. You can argue that. I will agree with that. It could have possibly been malicious, but your ass still wouldn't have had the right to vote. It's still a choice. You still can free your mind and see what is real and what isn't. What is a facade? Because that's what happened with the welfare, with welfare for women. We didn't see, or our ancestors, our ancestors didn't see the plan that was in hand. They didn't see it. Okay? They didn't know that this was a way to break our families up. If we known that, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have done it. But again, they didn't know. You see, white people are not the problem. They never were. It's the ones that think that capitalizing on somebody's pain, that's the problem. And them motherfuckers do the same shit to white people. You keep complaining that, oh, they stole all these inventions and stuff like that and ideas and patents from black people. They didn't have to steal shit. The black person was happy to give it to them. They was happy to do it. What is his name? Was George Washington Carver? That motherfucker was happy to show Ford the fucking assembly line and showed him how to do it. He was happy to do it. He didn't steal that shit from him. He went to him and said, if you do this and do that, you'll be able to be far more productive. He gave it to him. And Thomas Edison with the light bulb, he was hired by Thomas to figure out how to make this filament work. You don't see that happening today? Like, that happens every day in corporations. There's corporations that make billions of dollars off of somebody else's work in a lab. They get paid to invent shit, and they go and mass produce it and make billions of dollars. They didn't steal shit. They already owned the rights to it. I get tired of hearing, oh, the white man this, oh, the white man that, oh, the white man ain't committing 40% of the crimes in this motherfucker. The white man ain't forcing you to have sex with ain't shit niggas and having their goddamn kids. The white man ain't forcing you to go out and get an abortion. The white man ain't forcing you to get on welfare. The white man ain't forcing you to be broke. This is all a choice. I have yet to see a white man get in my fucking face and say, give me your wallet. I've yet to have that problem happen to me. I'm looking for it so I can at least have something so I can go with y'all and say, yeah, these white motherfuckers ain't shit. Your problem isn't the white man. Your one problem is here. You're mentally enslaved. You honestly believe that the white man is keeping you down. No, nigga. Your own people are. That's what's keeping you down, baby. Your own people. Because let me tell you something. If you break away from these ain't shit niggas and these ain't shit bitches, and you stop fucking around with this ratchet culture, I assure you, you will be doing 10 times better if you just stop fucking with these ain't shit motherfuckers. You'll do 10 times better. You ain't even gotta get a blueprint from the white people. Just stop doing that. You know how to become financially independent in this country? Get a job and stop spending your money on shit that's not worth it. What? All I gotta do is get a job and stop spending my money on bullshit? Huh. Why didn't I think of that? That's all you need to do. Stop spending your money on worthless shit that's going to collect dust in your attic, your closet, or your basement. Shit that you will play with for what? Maybe, case in point. Go in your kitchen. Go in your fucking kitchen and count all the appliances that you don't use, you haven't used in the last 6 months. And tally up how much those motherfuckers cost. This is just your kitchen now. Go in your motherfucking kitchen right now. I bet you got a blender you don't use. You got a fucking toaster you don't use. You got a coffee maker you don't use. You got some juicer you don't use. You got pots that you saw in that fucking infomercial that you don't fucking use. You got a whole bunch of shit just in your kitchen now that you don't use, and yet you complaining I'm broke. Well, stop spending your money on dumb shit. Simple. How many pocketbooks you got? You only need one a day. How many pocketbooks you got? How many sneakers you got? How much jewelry you got? How many weave you got? How many wigs you got? How many sneakers you fucking got? How many shoes you got? How many outfits do you have? My nigga, even if you needed multiple outfits, you can only hold 365, because not even nobody got that kind of closet space. But let's face it, how many outfits do you really fucking need? 7. If you want to be freaking cute, 14. That's it. None of you motherfuckers need 4 watches. For what? Half of you motherfuckers don't even use your watch for fucking for time anymore. It's just a fashion statement. It ain't the white man forcing you to buy this shit, my nigga. That's you. And everybody around you is making you think that this is valuable. Jordans. When the last time that motherfucker gave you any money? But you dying over these motherfucking sneakers. Trying to push cars you can't even afford. BMWs, Mercedes, Lexuses, Range Rovers. I got a motherfucker that live right down the street from me. This nigga don't even have a goddamn driveway, and he got a brand fucking new 2018 Range Rover. You want to park that on a fucking street, my nigga? Really? A 2004, a 1918 Range Rover? That car's almost $80,000. Or some ridiculous number like that. I really don't know how much it costs. But I know it's a lot more money than my fucking Ford. And you ain't got no driveway to put that bitch in. But you pushing that every day. Dumb motherfuckers. All that money for what? To look like you got something you don't have. You pushing a Range Rover living in Patterson. Why? Why? It ain't the white person making you do this shit, dog. It ain't the white person making you go to their spots and eat their food and use their services. The white person's not forcing you to do that. Sure, it's difficult to find black businesses, and there's a reason for that. You motherfuckers won't support them. Now, I'm not saying support somebody just because they're black. They should do their fucking job. If they have a service, they should be top notch. If they have food, it should be top notch. If they have some products, they should be top notch. I'm not saying just because you black, you supposed to be, able to just whatever. Niggas need to do shit right. But if you see that motherfucker doing right, you're not going to support. You know the only businesses we support? And we're even starting to fail them. Barbershops and fucking hair salons. Those are only 2 businesses that black people will support on a regular basis. That's it. And occasionally a liquor store, but how many motherfucking black people walking around with a liquor license where they can fucking sell liquor? We ain't got enough money to get that shit. But it's not like we don't have money. I think they said that if black people tallied up all their money together as much as they make in this country, they'd be the 3rd wealthiest nation on the planet. That's a lot of fucking money that runs through our hands going to other people. We know how to make money. We just don't know how to keep it, and we damn sure know how to invest it. We know how to we hustle our ass off. That's the one thing black people do. We hustle our ass off. But that's where that's where our progression stops. Because we do all the dumb shit. We do all the wrong shit. We running on a treadmill that's powering everybody else's way of life and everybody else's future, putting everybody else's kids through college. It ain't the white man. He has set up a system that if you just follow the blueprint, which the information's out there, if you motherfuckers just get off your goddamn high horses, get out your ego, and go to a white person who's going to show you how to do this shit, there's a blueprint. I don't know it yet. I'm trying to figure it out. That's why that's why I have white friends that I deal with right now, because I'm trying to figure this shit out. But at the end of the day, it ain't because we don't have the work power. We make money. No doubt about that. We'll hustle our ass off to make something, but we spend our money on dumb shit. That's why we're broke. This video is way too long. It's 15 minutes of me bitching. But the point is that it's irritating the fuck out of me to hear motherfuckers complain about shit that's not fucking true. At one point, there was a handful of white people who did keep us enslaved. There was a number of white people who were truly fucking racist in the North as well as the South. That is true. Historically, that's true. But them motherfuckers are dead. They're dead. They're not walking around making sure you don't get ahead. They're not doing that. They're not forcing you to get a credit card, my nigga. They're not forcing you to get a credit card. You don't have to have one. If your ass is making $10 an hour, you should not have a fucking credit card. Simple. You should have one. The interest alone is going to eat your ass up. But I guarantee you, every one of you motherfuckers got a credit card with 23% interest. It's you. You're the reason why you ain't getting ahead. You. It ain't white people, motherfucker. It's your black ass. Stop doing things that black people do to keep them in poverty. 2 things. Stop buying too much shit. Get a fucking job. That's it. Your bills will be paid and you'll live comfortably. That's my video.